Now Noah and Helen are fighting over custody of the kids. This can't end well. We start with Helen's story, and they're in the courtroom, but we see the high-powered attorney that's helping Helen defeat Noah is the same attorney that helped Helen in her divorce. Helen is anxious sitting through the proceedings, and when it comes out that she has a $3 million house, the judge thinks she could sell that or at least fund the housing that Noah needs to have joint custody of the kids. Apparently, Helen has the amazing attorney. Well, except for the fact that he says paramour 100,000 million times, but she also has the bad judge. She leaves and is so upset she starts drinking. She's alone in the house and then Max comes over to visit. He has an hour and 10 minutes free, which is plenty of time to you-know-what. He also gives Helen a present, a trip to Buenos Aires, which she refuses and they basically break up. I mean, he screams and yells and storms off, so I assume they're broken up. After he leaves, she keeps on drinking and turns to her new favorite hobby, drugs. While she's home alone, drugged up and drunk, she starts singing, "I changed the locks on my front door." And in her sadness that Noah has cheated on her and now she is going to possibly lose money, she goes to work drunk and then goes to the salon to color the gray away because she just feels bad about herself. I mean, Noah cheated on her. But while she is there, the kids give her a call. She forgot to pick them up. She does try to get a cab because she's drunk and drugged, but she can't find one, so she just hops in her minivan and starts driving. When she gets there in her inebriated state, she backs into another car after she told her daughter to take her seatbelt off. Her daughter is injured, the cops are called, and Noah comes to pick up the kids. And Helen gets a trip to the precinct. Noah sits through the whole court case but becomes very upset when they tell him that Miss Bailey, aka Allison, did not see his children ever, which totally ruins their plans to live together in the fancy city apartment Max has funded. But as he's dropping the bomb to Allison, he gets the phone call from Helen that, well, she's on her way to jail. When he gets there, he's infuriated, and when he asks her about the accident and tries to make her be serious, she says, "Why do you get to F up and I don't?" He then takes the kids home and finds a mess from Helen's afternoon diversion and decides to take the kids to his sister's house, where his dad chews him out for being a stinky cheater, and his sister tells him he cannot file for sole custody. Which brings Noah's anger problem to the forefront again. He storms off and leaves and just takes the kids to a motel. But while he's there, his son gets sick and he has to call Allison, and she's a nurse, so she helps him check for appendicitis. While he's there with the sick kids, she brings over beers and they sit outside the hotel room door. And now for a game of he said, she said. She says she was drinking and alone in her underwear. He says her underwear was all over the house and she had been sleeping with someone else. He also says there were 2 wine glasses on the mantle. I'm going with Noah on this one. Helen doesn't know what she's doing in this episode. She says the judge was really hard on her. Noah feels the judge was really hard on him. They're both right. This is one thing they can both agree on. They both got a tough time from the judge because the judge was right. They really have got to figure out their custody thing for the betterment of the kids. The episode ends in the courtroom with a change of venue denied and Noah denying a plea deal. In 4 months, Noah has to go to trial for killing Scotty.